Hello everybody, I'm Mr. Shaggy, and today we're going to be looking at some cool tips, tricks, and some glitches in Wii Sports Golf that will make you look like a Wii Sports pro. Now, before we get into the video, just a disclaimer, this isn't the most crazy stuff you could find. I'm not like the best person at Wii Sports Golf ever. I am pretty decent at it, but there's some people such as Emoad Nomad, who are extremely insane at this game. Like, you should see them. I mean, go check out their channels if you want. But yeah, just a disclaimer. Now on to the second course of the beginner courses. On this hole 2, it is a par 3, so you can get a hole-in-one. I didn't manage to get a hole-in-one, but you can get one. It's not the easiest, but you can still get one. The trick I would like to show you on this hole is a trick using a driver chip. So what you want to do is, entering this course, you want to adjust to the sand and hit with the driver around a 1.1 to 1.2 bars. So the 3 points on the bar hit it just above that first point, and it should go into the sand. Now what you want to do is line up so your ball is facing the flag and equip your driver. Now what you want to do is swing as hard as you can, and it should hit the flag and go straight into the hole. That is known as a driver chip and is used a lot in the speed running this game, and one of the coolest tricks you can do to show off to your friends. Now, in the last course, I could not find anything to do aside from getting a driver chip in this hole, but you can get an albatross by going to the left side and hitting it onto the island and then into the hole. I did not manage to get that because I'm not that insane at this game, but you can get that. Now, let's move on to the intermediate course. And this course has, I think, my favorite two tricks, and it's in this hole. Hole 4, par 3, in the intermediate course, has one of the most insane strategies to consistently get hole-in-ones here. So what you want to do is, a lot of the times, you'll need to keep resetting your game to get the right side pin on your course. There is some RNG to this, so you want to keep restarting your game. So like restarting, going back into intermediate, checking if the hole is on the right side of the green. If it is on the right side of the green, you're ready to go with this trick. What you want to see is, you have to kind of adjust with your own things, but just a pointer, if you're getting any wind that is coming towards you, I'd say that would be the easiest. So you would line up exactly towards the pin, and you would hit around a 1.9 shot, so just under that second dot there, and swing it. And a lot of the times you might not get it. It takes a lot of practice, but if you do get it, it'll bounce, hit into the flag, and drop right into the hole for an amazing hole-in-one. If your wind is a bit like diagonally forward or diagonally backwards, if you weren't insane at the game, I would just restart again. I'm not really that good at those winds. I would just try getting a downward wind or a crosswind to the left or right, because you can just aim accordingly. You have to adjust to your own thing. You'll get it eventually. Now for the second course, and this is where I'm going to show you one and the only craziest glitch in golf. And this is disconnect struts. So in the second hole of the intermediate course is a par 5, where it looks sort of like an upside down L. So what you want to do is, normally you just hit it onto just straight down and then closer to the hole like a normal person would. But we're not trying to be normal. We're trying to be good at the game. And so This is where the use of disconnect strats comes into play. On the second course, what you want to do is aim towards the water. Once you aim towards the water, what you want to do is this. It's not very easy to get, but you'll get it eventually. What you want to do is make sure that your Wiimote's back case where it holds the batteries is not there, so take it off. And what you want to do is, while swinging, after you hit the ball, you want to take out the battery. Not entirely, just, the left or right, just nudge it out just a bit so that it disconnects, and then put it back in. And once it gets close to the water, start swinging as hard as you can and pressing A, and it'll reconnect, and you'll see your character swing again, and it'll say you're on the fairway, but it in fact is you're on the water. It's really cool, see? And what you can do is you can do that one more time to go onto the island again, closer to the hole, and get an easy eagle, which I didn't get. Now for the last course, again, I couldn't find anything, but you do use disconnect strats in this hole. So you just hit it down and into the water, back on 2 times. This one's not as easy to do the disconnect strats on. It's a little bit different, but yeah. Now for expert, and I think expert has some of the most insane stuff. All 3 of the expert courses, except for the first course, use disconnect strats. And we'll start with the first one. On the first course of the expert courses, you can find 2 paths. It doesn't look like there's 2 paths, but there are 2 paths. The first path is the normal path that you would take. And then there's the pro path. What you can do is aim in between these 2 trees, right in the middle of those, around where the pin is. What you want to do is, if your wind is coming straight towards you, I would recommend to not do it and restart. But if it's coming from behind you, or if it's a crosswind, it's not as easy. I'd say some winds that aren't as hard, like winds that are going from behind you. Hit it, and you'll go right through the trees. You won't hit any trees, probably. It'll take a few attempts, but you could get onto the green and get an eagle. Now for my least favorite course of the entire 9 holes, the hole 8. It's just hole 8. On hole 8, it's a par 3, but you start with a driver, which is sort of confusing and kind of hard. I mean, it says expert, so what do you expect? On this course, we use disconnect strats, but you might be asking, where am I going to do that? Well, it's pretty simple. There is a little indent on the right side. If you move your character towards the right side and do a disconnect while hitting, it'll fall into the water, and you have to wait a second. You'll reconnect, and you'll go back up and get an easy birdie. Now for the last hole, hole 9. There isn't much I could find here. You do use disconnect strats here. And I did find this really weird thing where I got on the cliff. Yeah, it was not fun. I had to give up that hole. But yeah, these are some cool stuff that I found during the 9 holes that'll probably help you look like a pro. Now, before I end the video, I just want to give some big thanks to some runners of Wii Sports Golf, such as the River P, who actually taught me how to do the hole-in-one strategy on the intermediate course, hole 4. So, shout out to him for that. And that's going to be it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.